So looking at this Korean Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario, a scenario which is pointing us where the price in the medium short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly hitting. So before I do that, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. Now what we are going to do is we are going to look at this in a 4-hour time frame using our leading indicator known as CPR indicator. Yes, guys, according to the CPR indicator, this is a VCPR. VCPR means the price of Bitcoin is choosing a trend direction without touching any of these lines. I mean the top, central and the bottom line. You can see the price is clearly below the CPR line and this line is still untouched, which makes it a VCPR. So what could happen in the medium short term? If the price of Bitcoin manages to break out from this falling trend line or the upper trend line from this falling wedge, then we could be preparing ourselves for an impulsive movement which could bring us in between 26,400 to 27,500 range. Yes, guys, if the price of Bitcoin manages to overcome the resistance which you have around 25,800 to 26,000 range, then there is a very high probability of this trend to show another continuation in between these lines, right, before choosing a trend direction, because we know in more than 90% of cases price gets attracted towards the CPR line, only after that chooses a trend direction. That's why, guys, that's why in the medium short term there might be some impulsiveness, price getting attracted towards some key line before choosing a trend duration, because we know failing to break out of this trend line, failing to touch the CPR line means the price is clearly in a downtrend, which could indicate the S1, S2 and even the S3 target for this month of September. Yes, guys, for this month of September, the first S1 line is lying around 23,700 range. 21,500 is where this S2 line is lying around, and 18,300 is our S3 and the worst case target. To avoid this scenario, to avoid this bearish target, we need the price of Bitcoin to overcome the upper trend line from this falling wedge. Because if you look at the falling wedge in a very simple way, you can see the upper trend line here is acting as a line of resistance, whereas the lower trend line is holding the price. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that in the medium short term there might be some more range bound, right, price range bounding between these trend lines. But if we can flip this upper trend line resistance into proper support, then we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to show a rally here to the upside, get attracted in between this CPR line, either the top, central or the bottom line, before deciding the trend duration. Because we know if the price of Bitcoin fails to break out from this upper trend line, then we have to be careful, because the price in our case, after getting rejection around this falling trend line, which previously acted as a line of support, could follow this head and shoulder pattern. Yes, guys, this line which previously acted as a support acted as a resistance. You can see this is exactly where the price got rejected and started showing weakness, and now this could be head and shoulder formation. So if the price in the medium short term loses the support, right, loses the support which you have around 25,000 range, then the upcoming target for Bitcoin, as you can see, is going to be around, where is it, 22,000 to 23,000 range. Yes, guys, according to this head and shoulder, the price opportunity is going to be around 23,000. So please be careful, because we know 23,000 is also the first monthly S1 target line. So this price retracement could be on the line. But before we see this retracement, first the price of Bitcoin could get attracted towards the CPR line, and only after that the downtrend. And now, even if we look at this Williams alligator indicator, if we look at this RSI, MACD, T3CCI, nothing has changed. I mean, the price of Bitcoin after this bearish crossover is clearly in a downtrend. Each and every relief rally, each and every impulsive move got rejected, and price started showing weakness and even a continuation here to the downside. So what am I trying to pinpoint here is that if the price of Bitcoin manages to overcome the resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, then we definitely need the price to overcome the resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, because the blue line is still on the top, green line is at the bottom. And whenever we see the green line at the bottom, blue line at the top, the price of Bitcoin in most of the cases has always showed a retracement. You can see each and every time the blue line has started to appear at the top, green line at the bottom, the price of Bitcoin after that has showed a move here to the downside. So this is exactly what is unfolding. So to avoid this bearishness, we have to form a bullish crossover, red line, green line above the blue line. So if that happens, I mean green line starts appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, then we know the market is turning bullish. But for now, this is still a bearish crossover. Any sort of impulsive movement will be looked as a temporary impulsive movement before showing another continuation here to the downside. Even the RSI, if you look at this, it is below 50, which is a sign of weakness. MACD, yes, it is forming a bullish crossover, but right now RSI, Williams alligator indicator, and even the T3CCI indicator is actually showing weakness. So that's why we need the confirmation from all of this indicator if the price of Bitcoin wants to turn actually bullish. Now, before I switch to other chart, I just want to quickly aware you guys about the bonuses which are available for our community members in the description down below. Bybit with 30,000 deposit bonus plus 1,000 USDT giveaway to our community members who sign up using this link within this month. Yes guys, you just have to follow a simple step to claim this 1,000 USDT giveaway. So if you want to grab this opportunity, the link to Phemex, the link to Bybit, OKX are all given in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. Now let me switch the chart. Even in a weekly time frame, I shared this on my previous video as well. I mean, in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has formed a bearish divergence in a weekly time frame, after that we have seen some retracement, price retracement. Each and every time whenever we have seen this bearish divergence appearing in our price action in a weekly time frame, after that the price of Bitcoin has showed some weakness. So in our case, if this exact scenario is going to play out, because this is also a bearish divergence, so if that happens, then this horizontal trend line in between 21,000 to 20,000 will be looked as our price objective before deciding the trend duration. So that is another reason why we have to be extremely careful, because the price of Bitcoin parallel in a bigger frame, in a daily time frame, could be following this bearish continuation pattern. Even the dead cat bounce trading pattern is on the line. I mean, price of Bitcoin after showing a rally, after showing this dead cat bounce, showing 50% retracement, just like as shown in an example, started showing weakness and also looks like it could be hitting here to the downside once we break the previous low around 25,000. As soon as the price breaks the support around 25,000, then the price of Bitcoin could be heading here to the downside, and in that case the price objective would be again around 23,000 to 23,500 range. So this is another reason why we have to be careful, because the price of Bitcoin, looking into different scenarios, looking into different time frame, is clearly showing weakness. Even the rising trend line, even this descending channel is pointing us in a weekly time frame. This lower trend line could be looked as our line of support, could be looked as the line where we could be getting attracted before choosing a trend duration, and this line is again around 21,000 range. So 21,000 to 20,000 will be looked as our upcoming target for Bitcoin. And if we want to invalidate this bearish scenario, then we definitely need to overcome the resistance which we have around 28,000 and flip that into support, because by doing that we will be invalidating the bearish scenario which I just showed you here, right? And price of Bitcoin after that could be preparing itself for another impulsiveness. Even according to this Elliott wave theory, the price of Bitcoin could be in this corrective letter phase where we are going to form this ABC formation. And according to this ABC formation, if the price in the medium short term does get attracted to the upside after breaking from this falling wedge, which is a bullish continuation pattern, get attracted towards a CPI line between 26,400 to 27,500 range, in that case we could be forming or getting attracted towards this point B before showing another continuation here like this. I mean, price following this corrective letter phase ABC, and only after getting attracted towards the key line of support to the downside, again around 21,000, 20,000, only after that we are going to decide the actual trend duration. So this is what I see looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame using different scenarios. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much.